and Sarah's Stamping Retreat. Today I'm going to be using these What a Year Memories and More cards, and I just wanted to show you how to make some really simple cards with them. I actually personally think they're quite an economical way of making cards. You get 52 total cards and 4 sticker sheets in here for £9.25. And then I'm going to pair them with a few different types of cards, but these Assorted Memories and More cards and envelopes are particularly sized for them, so I'm going to be using those too. So just to show you a few of them, these aren't all of them because I've got some of them set out so that I know what I'm doing with my cards, but I've got a video, a sneak peek video that shows you them all one by one, but I just want to show you these are the small ones. You've got different patterns on each side, some really gorgeous ones. There's a couple of the sticker sheets here. I've got a couple waiting to go on cards as well. So you can see you've got nice weeks for planners here. And you've got week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I'll probably use these for numbers for birthday cards instead. And then you've got the large ones. So let me see if I can kind of fan those out a bit. I'm not doing a very good job of this. You get the idea. So you've got nice patterns on each of the sides. Some of them are kind of like bolder pictures, like these keys. Gorgeous bee. Hello sunshine. But like I said, I've done a video where I show you every single one of those, so I'm not going to do that again. And then these are the Memories and More cards, so you get the large ones like this, and you can see that those just fit on there with a border around the outside, and the same with the small ones. So if I just get one of the small ones out, you can see the same with the small, so you just get a border around the outside, and you get 10 of the small ones and 10 of the large ones, and the coordinating envelopes in this pack. So I'm going to go through today from the simplest cards to some where we'll kind of like cut them up a bit, but none of them are difficult. We're going to make 10 cards, 10 really quite quick and simple cards. So I'm going to start off with the simplest one you could possibly make. To be fair, maybe one step more than the simplest one you could possibly make, because you could always just glue these onto the front of the cards and send them like that. I'm going to add a sentiment to this one. So I'm going to use the Happy Birthday sentiment from the Oval Occasion stamp set. And then I'm going to use my Evening Evergreen ink, because that coordinates with these dark greens here. And I'm just going to ink that up. I'm going to pop it on here. I don't think you can get much simpler than that, but it makes a really nice kind of elegant card. So I'm just going to stick that onto one of my Memories and More cards. And we're done. And it's just the simplest little card you could ever make. Make them 2 seconds flat, but they're really cute. So I'm actually going to use 3 cards for this one. So I'm going to stick this rainbow one on the front of the card. And I'm going to grab my trimmer. And I'm going to cut the Life is Beautiful off the bottom of this one. So I've got that. So I can still use this bit for something else. And then I'm just going to, so this one is 1.5 inches. So I kind of want this plus 1.5 inches because I want that to sit on, so I want the image, so I want the sentiment to sit on this line here. So that's about there. So I'm just going to glue this onto here. And I'm going to pop this panel on here. I'm just trying to work out where I want it. I think I quite like it in the centre. So I'm going to pop that up on some dimensionals. And there's our second super simple card. So let's go for a small card for this next one. So I've got this rainbow, which I'm going to put on this small one. And then I'm going to cut off one of these happies. So if I cut off the top one, then I can save these happies for something else. And then I'm going to cut this across as well. So that will go across there. And then I'm going to use this stamp again, but I only want the birthday this time. So I'm going to use my polished pink ink pad. That's one of the new ink colours. I'm just going to ink it up. And I'm going to stamp it on here. So then I'm just going to cut off that bit where the top of the happy, where the bottom of the happy is, because I don't want that bit there. And then I'm just going to trim it down a little bit. So then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little flag into this. So I'm going to cut this bit off here. I'm going to cut down the middle. And then I'm going to cut into the flag. And I can just cut there. So let's glue this onto the front of our card. I'm going to pop some foam pads behind this one. And some glue behind this. And then I can pop this across like this. So then we've got another really simple card. I thought this one would make a really nice new home card. So what I've done, I've grabbed my playful alphabet dies, and I've got all the new home, all the letters for new home, and I've popped those onto here. And you can see I've put some adhesive sheet behind here, and I've cut through this and the adhesive sheet. Normally it takes me 2 passes through the machine to get through this and the adhesive sheet. And so then you've got these popped up letters. So this is Poppy Parade cardstock. And sorry, that's adhesive foam sheet, not the normal adhesive sheet. So then I'm just going to glue this onto the front of here. So you can see by adding kind of minimal extra supplies, you can make some really cute cards. So I'm going to start with the home. I'm going to kind of work my way backwards because I want it in this corner here. And I think I like it that way, so that the W lines up with the end of the E. And the really nice thing about these dies is that there are two of the most common letters. So there's two E's. So I actually cut all of these letters in one pass through my die cutting machine. So there's our cute new home card. And this is another cute little new home card as well. And I thought for this one that I would just cut this house out. So normally with our Memories and More cards, you get two or more of the same cards, but in this one every single card is different. So that's kind of cool. How cute is that? It's just a really cute little new home card. So let's glue that on the front. And let's pop some of these on the back of here. I feel like when you're getting over 50 cards, you don't really have to worry about cutting them up and stuff because you've got so many left. So it's nice just to kind of get your scissors into them. So that one's really fun. So I thought with this one it'd be a really cute new baby card. So what I'm going to do, I've got a normal A6 card blank here. So this is made of our thick Whisper White, and it is 5 7/8 inches by 8 1/4 inches, scored and folded in half. So I've got my card, and I've also cut a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 inch piece of polished pink cardstock, so I'm going to put that on there. So then I'm just going to use the Welcome Little One stamp from the Oval Occasion stamp set, and I'm going to stamp that in the polished pink ink onto a spare piece of Whisper White cardstock. And let's do that again because I've got a bit of the outside on that time. And then I'm going to just cut it out using this double oval punch. And I'm also going to take a spare piece of polished pink cardstock. I'm just going to cut out that top one. I decided that actually that looked a little bit plain for my taste. So I'm going to not use the standard card blank. I'm going to use one of my Memories and More card blanks. And then I'm going to use this pink one. And you can see here in the description on the catalogue which of the colours go with it. So you can see, I know that this is the polished pink that goes with this set because that's the pink that's in the description. So that's how I know which colours I'm using. So I know that the polished pink will go really nicely because that's the colours that are in the cards. So then let's just glue this onto the polished pink background. And I can just pop that onto there. And then I'm going to pop this up. So there's our little baby card. So for the next card, I've cut a piece of the Evening Evergreen cardstock to the same size as one of the Memories and More card blanks. So that's 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 inches. And then I'm going to glue this one on. And then I've got this card, and I've got another piece of Evening Evergreen. It's 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 inches. And I'm just gluing that onto there. And I'm just going to take that spare bit of cardstock again, and I'm going to stamp our Happy Birthday that we've been using for the Oval Occasions in Poppy Parade ink. Now just cut that down. Actually, I might just cut that with the oval occasions as well. And pop that across there because I think that looks quite cute. So let's just pop that on a couple of these. And then I think I might want to use some of these little stickers in the corners of here. So let's just pop this up on some of these as well. Let's see where I want to put this. I think I quite like it down here. I might just pop that up on a dimensional actually. I think that'll look nice on a dimensional. So just because it's a sticker doesn't mean it has to be stuck down. I've obviously put that one up on a dimensional. It's really cute. So then for my next card, I'm going to use these two cards because I think they go really nicely together. So I'm going to glue this one to the front of one of the Memories and More cards. And then I'm going to stamp my happy birthday that we've been using in black memento ink this time onto here. It's just some basic white cardstock. And then this time I'm going to use the tailored tag punch to punch it out. And then I'm just going to punch another one out of a piece of basic black cardstock. And then I'm just going to pop that so it creates a bit of a shadow. So let's glue that on there a little bit. And then I want to cut these birds out, so I'm going to leave a little bit of a blue border around them. So I decided to bring in this strip here, which measures about 3/4 of an inch by 6 inches. So that's just basic white cardstock, and I'm going to pop that across the middle. And I'm just going to pop some dimensionals behind this. And then some more behind the birds. Then that's our next card finished. So then for this one, I wanted to combine the Celebrate with these here. So I want to colour in the flowers and the bee in the same colours as these. So the colour on here is actually Bumblebee, but I'm using my dark Daffodil Delight stamping blend for it because it's a really similar colour to the Bumblebee. I don't actually have a Bumblebee blend, I think because it would be too similar to that. And then I'm going to use the red for the flowers. So this is the Poppy Parade. And obviously the stamping blends come in 2 shades, so you can get the dark and the light. So I'm just using the dark here. And you could do shading and things, but I just wanted a block colour on these. So then I used the pool party for the leaves. And I'm really happy with how that's come out. I think it looks really pretty. So then I'm going to cut out this Celebrate. So then I've cut a piece of Bumblebee cardstock the same size as I cut the Celebrate to. So I'm going to offset that like that. And then I've also got a Bumblebee card blank that's 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 inches. so that I can pop that straight on. And then I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on there. And then for our final card, I want to use this to make like a little bouquet. So I'm going to cut out some of the flowers and the leaves. And the nice thing about these shapes is that you don't have to worry about getting an even border all the way around the florals because they're quite uneven themselves, so it's not going to make a difference really. So I'm just laying them on there as I cut them out so that I kind of know how many I want. So I'm going to write happy birthday just down here with this stamp that we've been using from over occasions. And then I'm going to just build up these flowers. So I'm going to glue down the leaves at the bottom. And then I'm going to just arrange the other flowers around. So I'm just going to pop these under here. And so this is a nice example of how you can really kind of cut up the different cards and make them into a more worked into card, as opposed to the first really simple ones where we just kind of stuck the cards on and put a sentiment on. This one we've kind of done a lot of cutting and layering and things just to make a really cute little card. So let's bring all the cards in. So there are all 10 of the cards that we created today. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video and you've got some inspiration for how to use your Memories and More cards. If you did, I'd appreciate you clicking like below, and you can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will send you notifications every time I have a new video on my channel as well. All of the products that we've used to make today's cards are linked in the description below, and there's also a host code there, so if you add my host code to your basket before you check out, then I'll send you a free gift after the end of the month. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.